Well, with the new project, I figure I'll pull this charger. It's been in the queue, and it's a good season outdoor project to get back into, and I haven't worked on. I made one video with a dressmaker, Zigzag Deluxe. Check that one out. I'll try to make a link here, and also make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below, especially if you've ever seen one of these, because I can't find much information for this specific model. What I'm finding so far is I took the handle off, just some 1/4-inch machine screws, sheet metal screws. Took the top off, and see we have this, it's labeled oddly like 32 volts, 90 amps, but I guess that's rated something different. Let's see, do I see, is there an E7 down there? I don't know if that'd be an 8 amp, but 120 something or other fuse. Not really much in here. Got the little current clamp. I think that this is bad, so the meter needs to be replaced. Super simple little switch gain setup for your either 2 amp off or select position 35 or 20 amp engine start. And I really got this to try to regenerate batteries, and as a higher current power supply, DC power, really a charger, you know, analog charger, because I don't have anything more than, I forget, 13 amps, maybe 15 amps. I think the other Schlumberger, I think it's 13 amps, but maybe 15, I forget. But this is not a full bridge rectified design. At least that I don't understand how just 2 diodes would do that. And to me, it seems odd the negative leg isn't on a rectified line that I can see. You know, I don't understand. I'll have to draw that wiring out and just kind of visualize a little better. But from what I can see, the one side, that kind of ground plane for the diodes, the positive DC component, and then the negative, looks like it's just coming out of the coil, unless there's a rectifier hidden down in there in the coil somewhere I don't see. But from a transformer perspective, seems to be working. Go figure though, my current clamp's not working, so I'll have to see what I can do to measure current. But I just measured with a load on there the battery, and you can see in the previous video I talk about bringing out with my neighbors to charge his battery, and for some reason it wasn't working, and I'm thinking because of the dial, we were, you know, he's barely, but you can get that feel for, I mentioned in the previous video, the transformer's humming, so something's going on. Those coils maybe can be glued in a little better. It might reduce some of the noise, I don't know, dipped in something or other, but definitely needs to be cleaned out more. I'm going to unplug this because I don't really want to be playing around with this too much, so the higher currents. But yeah, she's charging, so it's working on all the settings, 235 and 200, so I don't know if it did vacuum out. Maybe it needed a vacuuming out. It needs more vacuuming out, so I'm going to take another panel off and get in there and clean a little more thoroughly. But from what I see right now, other than the current settings to verify the current values, voltage-wise, seems okay. Now, I was wondering if, because the rectification's not full bridge, my original comments were, well, I've got a bunch of, like a bag of the rectifiers that I could parallel up to get the rated current. I might have misspoken when I stated that in the previous video, but yeah, so I could full bridge rectify this design, and I think that would reduce, because I found there's a little AC component, and at least depends where I measured. It was kind of odd. At the battery terminals, there was like a 0 to points, you could say 1, 0 to positive looked like AC component. But when I measured on the actual clamps, that showed a little higher, positive to negative, but it's kind of fluky. So there's definitely an AC component getting through. It's not all DC, but odd on the battery though. It's just a 0 to positive, but I don't know. I might not be visualizing something correct. So, and this was interestingly a battery I was thinking about restoring, doing, I think, magnesium sulfate and alum. So it'd be a lower voltage battery ultimately, but it would have a little higher current. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to clean this out a little better and then assess the situation, drop a little schematic. So there's a schematic for this. And then assess with the other design. It seems like it had 4 diodes being full bridge rectified. If there's a benefit or not, as is, or maybe the diodes are hitting down the transformer. I don't know, but Redneck Computer Geek just had a, what was it, Gravedigger power? Gravedigger electric, you know, those off-road, or those, what do they call those, toys for the youth. But he had a battery charging situation. I made a comment and I was kind of like, oh, okay. You know, it kind of reminded me, hey, you know, I've got this and I've got that battery I wanted to test out on. So I'm going to bring this out and verify it's working, and it actually is working. Appears to be. And then I can also assess, like I was thinking before, what kind of improvements can I do? Get a new dial, and then also shut off. I think it was a big thing because this is manual operation. Charge rate must be monitored. Charge must be monitored. Get in here a little control and see if I can do it analog also. So when the current level is a certain value, then the system automatically shuts off. So we know that's full charge, or maybe be voltage, but it seems like it'd be. I have to think about that a little more. But an automatic shut off once the batteries are charged. Okay, and I should say in the 35 or 2 amp switch position. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, be safe, stay healthy. Until next time, Christ be with you.